Our Athlete of the Week honors here at Wyopreps.com are presented by our great friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming. This week's girls winner is Allie Wheeler, who had an absolutely dominating weekend at the Nordic Skiing State Championships on Casper Mountain last weekend. And Allie, congratulations. Good to talk with you again. I know you're getting ready for some bigger competitions out of state coming up, but take me back to last weekend. You're on your home course, so to speak. What was it like competing up there at the Casper Mountain Trail Center last week?
It was definitely a really hard course. Both days started with 3A climbs back to back, which are pretty long, and I just got back from sea level, so the elevation was rough.
Talk a little bit about what was your plan then. Let's start with Friday's freestyle or skate race. What was kind of your plan?
Um, I honestly just wanted to sprint that one as far as I could because it's only a 5K and then just get through the rest.
Did you feel like you accomplished that as well as you could?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you end up winning that race by a pretty good margin. I think it was around a minute 12 or so. Were you surprised by your margin of victory in that race at all?
A little bit because that I did not have the best day that day. I just wasn't feeling it.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the classic. You were even more dominant in that race, winning by close to 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Something had to work well on Saturday. So, what was it?
I definitely got a better night's sleep the night before, and I think I got a better warm up in, and the kick was really, really good.
Yeah. What's it like, or how would you describe the conditions on the trails this past weekend up there?
This weekend they were pretty good. We had to do some shoveling to cover up some dirt patches on certain corners, but I think it's a lot better than other places in the state.
Okay. So is that something that you were kind of used to the conditions going in? You knew what to kind of expect, I guess?
Yeah, our team spent about a week just going over the course before.
Gotcha. So now you've won back-to-back state championships in both disciplines. How does that feel to you?
It feels pretty good.
Well, congratulations on that. Obviously, I know you would probably like to see a little bit more team success, but as far as what you want to do individually, as I mentioned at the start of this interview, you got some bigger things coming up. What is kind of ahead for you?
So I have junior nationals. I leave in about a week and a half, and it's in Lake Placid, New York.
So, what will that kind of entail for you?
There's four competitions, three individual starts, and a relay at the end.
Are you excited for that? Nervous? All of the above?
Yeah, I'd say both excited and nervous.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations on a fantastic weekend and now being a four-time state champion. And congrats again on our weekly award.
Thank you.
Our Wild Preps Athlete of the Week honors are brought to you by our great friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming. And we've got three guys sharing our boys' honor this week because all three became members of the rare four-time champion club. And we start with Thunder Basin senior Antonio Avila. And first of all, how does it sound when I just mentioned that? It brought a smile to your face. How does
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sound though?
It sounds really cool. I mean, it's obviously been something that I've really wanted to accomplish for a really long time. So hearing it finally under my belt is it feels really cool.
Take me through last week. What was your mindset going into state? Let's start there.
So I mean, Kadera all week, he would always praise be the hunter and go out and show the state what we've been working on and stuff. So my mindset really didn't change. It was just kind of having confidence in myself and just wrestling how I always do. And yeah.
It seemed like you were kind of the hunter. You go out and pin your first opponent. Did that kind of
hmm
set the table for you a little bit?
Yep, it definitely did. It got the ball rolling for me and our team too. I mean, we fed off of each other, it seemed like this weekend. And I mean, with me getting the pin in the first round, it definitely set the ball.
Describe second match in the semifinals that happened on Friday. You end up with a tech fall, and then you come back
hmm
and you pin your crosstown rival, which I don't know if you were expecting to see Logan Johnson or not. But take me through Friday and what that was like for you.
Well, Friday, I mean, I knew I had a pretty tough kid from NC. He's definitely solid. I think he moved down from 150 this year. So I went out there and wrestled how I always do. I was a little bit upset that I didn't get the pin, but we settled for the tech. And then going against Logan. Logan's always been tough. We wrestled each other for so long. So I knew that would be a good one. And I went out there and just took it to him and felt really good on Friday.
So now it takes you into the finals on Saturday afternoon. What's that thought process like, balancing the confidence that you can do it,
Mhm.
but also maybe a little nerves and some
Yeah.
stress with everybody knowing you're the favorite and the guy to try and do it with that pressure on your back? How was that
Mhm.
balance?
I mean, at first, like going back to my freshman year, it was very, very difficult for me to find that balance. But going through these years, I've definitely found how to balance it all out and just kind of calming myself down, having confidence in what I do, and yeah, just doing what I always do throughout the whole year. I mean, that's really all I do.
Take me through the match. Ends up as an 8-0 decision. How did you get there from your perspective?
I mean, he definitely came in with a game plan to slow me down, and it definitely worked. So I had to slow down and kind of be more cautious than I usually am. So I mean, getting to his legs in the very beginning, getting that takedown and riding him out. Well, I rode him out all 3 periods most. So yeah, just really securing those back points, getting those escapes, and doing good on my feet. That's what really secured the win for me.
So what's the first thing that flashes in your mind? Is it relief? Is it joy? What was going through your mind Saturday afternoon at the Ford Wyoming Center?
It was definitely joy because immediately after I ran over to my dad, he's already waiting for me at the bottom of the stairs, give him a big old hug and stuff. So definitely joy and excitement, celebrating it with my family and friends.
And then I got to ask you, what is it like for you guys to claim the first ever championship for Thunder Basin High School this season?
That stuff. I'm really excited. And I'm so glad that we finally got it. It's been something we've been working for with Kadera, and everybody was firing off on all cylinders. We were all wrestling great, taking care of our bodies, doing all that. And like I said earlier, we were feeding off of each other, and it was just really good to see the camaraderie of the team come together and stuff.
Well, pays off in a big way for you, a 4-time state champion. Rare club there. There's only been 30, and you're
Mhm.
one of the 30. So
Yeah,
congratulations on that, Antonio. And congrats on being one of our athletes of the week.
thank you, appreciate it.
Here at Wyopreps.com, we continue talking about our Athlete of the Week honor on the boys' side, and it's shared this week between 3 outstanding young men who joined a rare club, 4-time state champions when it comes to high school wrestling here in the Cowboy State. I'm David Sutherland, joined by Kale Knezovich of Green River High School, the senior. As you hear that, kind of brings a little smile to your face. Has it really sunk in a little more, Kale, after a
Yeah,
few days have passed now?
yeah, it's definitely started to sink in, especially at school, and people are congratulating you. It's pretty cool.
What has it been like in terms of trying to achieve this goal for you?
Oh, it's been pretty tough. A lot of hard work in the off season and during the season, just knowing that there's a big target on your back after you win one.
Yeah, talk a little bit about, obviously this year's going to be probably different than the previous years, but did it seem a little more difficult because you were trying to join that rare club of a 4-time champion this year?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult, especially then after not wrestling a lot of the season with the banged up shoulder. It's just, especially people bumping down to 57. They definitely wanted some.
Well, take me through your state tournament. First of all, how do you think you wrestled overall?
Pretty well. I probably in the semis and finals. I locked up a little bit when it was 0-0 go after the first period. I could have wrestled a little better, but ended up squinking them out.
Hey, a win's a win, and when it comes to wrestling, there's no doubt about that. But let's go step by step. First round, how did you feel going in? How do you think you kind of executed your game plan?
Good. I just wanted to get to work as fast as possible. 2 first period techs in the first 2 matches. That was pretty setting the tone, I thought, and just going to work.
So you mentioned how it was pretty tight in the semis and the championship. What do you think was the difference?
Just tough for people, and then especially later on through the tournament, the shoulder starts getting a little more sore, and it's just trying to do 2 more, just one match at a time.
So what do you think put you over the top in the semis and the championship?
What do you mean by that?
Well, what do you think gave you the victory, I guess? So what was it? Was it just kind of staying with your technique? Was it something that you saw that, gave you an advantage over your opponent? What put you over the top, do you think?
Probably a lot of the mentality, like knowing that I'm not planning on losing. No one's gonna take this away from me because it's finally my time to have everyone watch.
Well, congratulations on 4 in a row. Tell me a little bit about what does the team championship mean to you? Second straight for the Wolves in 3A, and I want to say 18th, if I'm correct on that, overall in school history. What does that mean to you?
Man, it's really cool. We were busting hard in the room, and especially after we lost to Pinedale earlier in the year in the duel, we definitely, it was an eye opener for sure. We're like, man, guys, maybe they want some of us. We're not just the top dogs here.
I gotcha. Well, hey, again, congratulations. 4 times. That's rare in this state. Again, you're one of 30 now. That's just a pretty cool feat to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool to think about for sure.
Well, congratulations on that. And thanks for taking a few minutes to chat with me and being our athlete of the week.
Perfect. Thank you.
At Wyopreps.com, our Athlete of the Week honors are brought to you by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming. And we continue talking about a shared boys honor this week between 3 guys who joined the rare 4-time state champion club when it comes to high school wrestling in the Cowboy State. And the third guy I'm talking with is Broc Fletcher from Rock Springs. And Broc, I talked to you a couple months ago, back towards the beginning of the season. Did you think you had a shot to become a rare 4-time champ at that point in time?
I did. I think I had a really big shot at it. I've worked for it. So, yeah, I did believe I had a pretty good chance at it.
Well, you joined an elite club. You're one of only 30 guys, and that kind of brought a smile to your face. Has it sunk in yet after a few days now?
Not really. Not yet. Just a little people saying good job. Kind of feels good and stuff.
Take me through your weekend. You pinned all 4 of your opponents. Let's start last Thursday with your first round. Talk a little bit about what was your thought process, kind of where was your mindset going into the state championships?
Well, I hurt myself at Ronthon. I knew that I had to get a little healed up. So I tried my best with PT and everything, got healed up a little bit. Knew I wasn't 100%, so I knew every match had to be pretty quick and just get it done and over with. And that's kind of how I made it.
Yeah, I would say so. It looked like you pinned your opponents pretty quick. So when you get by your first round match, what's your thoughts on Friday going into day 2 with 2 matches?
Well, I knew my first match was going to be definitely the hardest match of the week and was Lee Guard. He's really tough. He's looking good. I knew I had to just go out there and wrestle tough, and I knew I had a little bit more experience than him. So that's all I needed to do is wrestle tough, and that's what happened, and the outcome came pretty good.
What about the semifinals?
Kid's tough. I kind of same mindset, just went out there and wrestled tough. Knew that I had to get it over quick.
Yeah. Well, speaking of quick, the championship match lasted all of 17 seconds. That's a blur.
Yeah.
What happened there? How did you pull that off so quick?
I don't know. I wasn't really planning on pinning quick in the finals, but then he was there and I was like, oh, well, might as well just get it over with.
Well, congratulations on that. I guess, how would you kind of just describe the feeling once you did win it? What was it? Relief, joy, excitement, all the above?
I would say the first 2 years were definitely excitement. Third year was like, heck yeah, I got one more year. This year, it just kind of, I don't think it's sank in yet, really. Just like, yeah.
Because you were going for that 4th straight, did you have to deal with maybe a little extra added pressure and knowing that you kind of had a target on your back this year, Broc?
Well, I knew I had a target for sure running into state, but I kind of just blew it off and went for it.
Yeah. How did you overcome your injury? Given that's a large part of having to wrestle.
I don't know. I think I have pretty good mental games. My coaches always say I do, so I just kind of overcame of the pain and just went for it.
Well, congratulations on being a 4-time champ, dude. That's something special that you can take with you the rest of your life.
Well, thank you, man.
Well, and congrats on being our athlete of the week again.
Thank you.